All right, peace and wellness family. I hope that y'all are well and happy and whole and all that good stuff. Y'all, we have a new moon peaking in Sagittarius on December 12th, 12 at 6:31 p.m. Eastern Time. So the intention of this video is to discuss how that new moon in Sagittarius energy may impact us and what are some things that we can do to utilize this energy for our wellness, y'all. Shout out to the wellness community. I see y'all in the chat, butterflies in the sky. Hey, y'all. It's good seeing y'all. I love y'all dearly. Okay, we are still meeting at 7. We have our book club listening party for our December the book of the month at 7 o'clock. And I'm very excited for that, y'all. For this listening party, we're going to read the chapter on Orishas, right? And it breaks down all of the different Orishas. Well, not all of them, but the most popular different Orishas, their attributes, and all that stuff. So I'm very excited for that discussion this evening. But I really wanted to come before y'all starting today, or on today, rather, to discuss this new moon in Sagittarius because, y'all, the shadow period for the new moon in Sagittarius began today and it lasts until December 15th, right? Now, as we know, during the shadow period, we will feel some of the effects of the energy of our new moon throughout that entire time, right? And there are also some things that we can do throughout this shadow period to be able to utilize that energy for our wellness. So let's get right into it. What might we already be feeling? Okay, let me just tell y'all, we had the full moon in Gemini, right? And I talked about how the full moon in Gemini was all about shifts and changes. So something I like to do after a moon phase is I like to self-reflect to see, like, how did that moon phase impact me? What was my life like? How did I experience it? What was going on for me during that time? How was I impacted by the planetary alignment? And self-reflecting, what I realized is for the new moon, the full moon in Gemini that just passed, y'all, the shifts and changes was me. I was the shifts and changes. Y'all, I was changing my mind so much during that time. I like little things and big things. I was changing my mind. I was shifting and changing so much. I got my nails done, went and got them redone. I got my lashes done. I'm going to get them redone. I went and like little things like that. I was like shifting and changing so much. Like, I don't want this color no more. I don't like this design no more. I want to do something different. I don't want this length. I want another length. I want to do something different. All changing my outfit so many times. It was so like little surface level things. And then some bigger life decisions. I was just shifting and changing a lot. So I advise that y'all do that. I advise that, like, after certain moon phases, go back and reflect to see, like, how was I impacted? Like, did my energy shift at all during that moon phase? Did I feel it? Like, was I aligned with it? Was it me? Was it the environment? Like, what was going on? It's like a little fun self-reflective activity, right? It's quite interesting and really helps you kind of understand your personal alignment with the planetary alignment and energy that's going on. Now, with this new moon in Sagittarius, y'all, I'm very excited because Sagittarius is all about being optimistic, being free, being very good with like transitions and changes and taking a lot of action and just feeling like a burst of energy and drive, which is really good for this time. Y'all know during these colder months, a lot of people kind of get settled in and snuggled in, which is a good thing, right? A lot of people are feeling very much like in hibernation and preparing for hibernation, which is good, right? Because we need our rest, especially at this time, and also because we have Neptune squaring this energy, right? So we're gonna need our rest during this time. But that new moon in Sagittarius gives us a new level of optimism and vigor and just excitement that's always necessary. Sagittarius are also very communal beings. They're very community oriented. So a lot of like socialization, very honest and truthful, sometimes a little too truthful. Okay. Sagittarius can be very, very honest, sometimes bluntly honest, okay, which is good, right? Because, during as we close out the end of 2023, according to the Gregorian calendar, this is a good time for us to self reflect and center ourselves in gratitude, but growth as well, right? Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter is our planet of expansion, right? So this is a good time to really like self-reflect and ask yourself, what are some areas I may need to tighten up, to grow, to expand in order to expand, right? Expand our abundance, expand our prosperity, and all of that stuff, right? So that's what's good for this moon energy, this new moon in Sagittarius. I'm very excited for this time. I know for myself, I'm already, feeling cozy, and I love the winter. I am a fall winter girly. I love the colder months. I love to feel cozy and snuggly and like the trees and the leaves and all of that good stuff. I just love the energy of this time. I feel like people are calmer, it's just like hot cocoa and tea and coffee all day long type of time. I just really love this time. But what I really love about it is like how I just feel like people are kind and sweet and gentle. Like everything to me feels much more gentle during this time of year. And again, it's because a lot of folks are going into that rest and relaxation energy, which is very important because y'all, we have Neptune, our planets of dreams and spirituality, squaring this new moon in Sagittarius. Now, the thing about Neptune squaring a new moon in Sagittarius is we do feel a lot more energetic because of that Sagittarius energy. We do feel a lot more optimistic and like get up and go, right? Desiring to take action. Mars is also in conjunction with this new moon in Sagittarius, which Mars is our planet of action. So we're feeling a lot more, again, just like get up and go, take action. When we have that Neptune square, I'm going to give y'all a heads up. Some people may be struggling with restlessness during this time. You may struggle with like getting a good full night's sleep, a lot of tossing and turning, waking up at random hours during the middle of the night, also having very like weird dreams, very weird, interesting dreams during this time because of that Neptune square. Again, Neptune is our planet of dreams and spirituality. So us having this burst of energy with this new moon in Sagittarius, but also having that square, that challenging energy in the area of dreams and in spirituality, it may affect us in sleep right now, right? Feeling a bit restless, tossing and turning at night, struggling with that a bit. So later on, I'll give y'all some herbs, of course, to kind of like help with that, so that you can really make sure that you're getting a full night's sleep. And then also, I'm just going to say people's dreams are going to be, like I said, a very interesting, some weird dreams. I'm going to be honest. I wouldn't take every dream I have right now over this shadow period too serious, right? I wouldn't overthink it. You may have some very weird, interesting dreams. Some good ones too could be thrown in there, but just like more intense, kind of out of sorts dreams. I was having a consultation with a sister yesterday, and something that had came up for her in the consultation was having two dreams in one night, right? Which is that may be a common experience during this time, and not necessarily two dreams in one night, but have it like going in and out of dreams, right? Having one dream in one night, but going in and out of it, like you're tossing and turning. You wake up and then go back in a dream, wake up, go back in the same dream. A lot of tossing and turning, just feeling kind of antsy at night. That would be normal during this time. Okay, so new moon is Sagittarius, a lot more energy, a lot more vigor, a lot more get up and go, feeling a lot more excited, a lot more elevated, the desire to kind of expand and do something different, the desire to take action because of that Mars conjunction. Also, maybe having some challenges in the area of sleep and feeling restless because of that squaring of Neptune. We also have a squaring of Saturn as well. Saturn is our planet of boundaries. So don't be surprised if you find yourself being challenged in the areas of boundaries as well. Okay. So when I say being challenged in a good way, because challenged to kind of expand your boundaries. And I really advise that you challenge yourself to expand your boundaries. I want to say that I have, y'all know I got notes, right? So if you are in the wellness community, you don't need to take notes. I already have my notes. I'm going to post them in the Patreon right after this. But I do want to say that I gave a list of like placements to check. And I said to check your Pisces placements, right? Because that Saturn and Neptune is in Pisces. That's going to be the square for the new moon in Sagittarius. And that check your Pisces placements, because the Pisces placements is going to be good to really tell you where to try something new to kind of expand your own boundaries. So I advise that you kind of challenge your boundaries and you expand your boundaries by trying something new, as opposed to waiting for the environment to test you. Okay. So just be mindful of that. So we talked about the Mars conjunction and Neptune and Saturn squaring. Also, oh yes, Chiron, y'all. Chiron will be trining this new moon in Sagittarius. Now, Chiron is an asteroid. It's not necessarily a planet, it's an asteroid, but it does impact our planetary alignment, right? So when you have that Chiron trine, Chiron will be in Aries trining the new moon in Sagittarius. Chiron is the wounded healer. The wounded healer. And Chiron gives us the opportunity to really heal areas of our life where we may need to explore for elevation. Okay. We may need to heal certain areas of our life to kind of be able to elevate and expand outside of, what we think we want and what we desire. It's really about expanding our vision. I keep on going back to consultations I had because as I'm talking to y'all, I'm having like little light bulb moments of like, wow, this also came up in a consultation. Like, wow, I just discussed this with somebody, but it's so crazy because a different consultation I had yesterday, the sister and I talked about us expanding her vision. Hold on one second, y'all. Hold on, y'all know I got to get Salaam. Hold on one second. Okay, I'm back, y'all. So anyway, like I was saying, us having that Chiron trine gives us the opportunity to kind of heal and expand outside of what we think we want and we desire. And I was telling y'all that I had a consultation with a sister yesterday, and something we was talking about was her being able to kind of shift her vision and expand her vision, right? Like let's go deeper into your vision. Let's go deeper into what you think you want. How could we help expand your vision? What are some questions you could ask yourself to kind of take yourself outside of the boundaries of your own vision, right? And I say boundaries of your own vision because get into this, get into this, get into this. Some people have put boundaries on their vision. Your vision is only limited to your comfort zone. Okay? Your vision is only limited to your comfort zone. And for some folks to elevate your vision, you have to get out of your comfort zone. Okay? You have to expand your boundaries. You have to go beyond what you think you want. Some of us are only visioning and trying to manifest what's within our limitations of possibilities. And that's why this new moon in Sagittarius is so good for us, right? Because it's helping us be more optimistic, right? It's helping us be more open that things may be possible beyond measure, possible outside of what we think we want, right? So this new moon in Sagittarius will be good for that. I'm going to tell y'all, I highly advise that with this Chiron in Aries, okay? And it trining this new moon in Sagittarius and kind of being in harmony. A trine brings us harmony, right? In order to expand your vision, a lot of folks will need to heal their trust issues. And when I say trust issues, it's trust issues not just with other people, but really trust issues start with self. Okay, trust issues start with self. I advise that you heal your trust issues. Most often, folks struggle with trusting other people because there's something in you that you don't trust you. And not trusting yourself usually comes from regret. It usually comes from the time that you made a decision that didn't work out for your wellness, so you no longer trust your decision making skills. It usually comes from the time that you got close and connected with somebody who wasn't for your wellness, so you don't trust your ability to pick the right people to be aligned with you. Therefore, you internalize that as I don't trust people. It's not so much that you don't trust people, it's that you don't trust your intuition to pick the right people who are divinely aligned with you in your wellness. Okay. So really we have to heal our trust issues. Some folks want a relationship, but they don't trust the process of love. They don't trust the energy of love. They don't even know what love looks like or is supposed to look like, because the last time they thought it was love, it didn't work out the way they thought it was supposed to work out, right? So that's a trust issue thing. So these trust issues, we externalize them, but they really start internally. And in order to expand our vision, in order to really elevate beyond what we think we presently want, right? In order to open up to the possibility of more, to really practice that optimism, you have to heal your trust issues to know that what you may think is impossible is truly possible. What you may think is beyond your worth is truly within your level of worthiness, because you are worthy of it, right? So that's all centered in healing trust issues. So having that Chiron trine with this new moon in Sagittarius will help with that, right? It's going to be the opportunity to heal those wounds. Again, Chiron is the wounded healer. It's known as the wounded healer. So it's all about healing those wounds so that we can expand. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, which is our planet of expansion. Healing those wounds so that we can expand beyond our imagination and what we think we want. Okay, so just be mindful of that. And lastly, for the planetary alignment, we have Mercury about to go into retrograde on the 13th. So the new moon in Sagittarius peaks on the 12th, and then Mercury will go into retrograde on the 13th officially. Now, Mercury is our planet of communication, technology, personal technology, and transportation. Okay. So we have to be mindful that when Mercury is in retrograde, it's really challenging us to kind of review, reflect, have revisions, and really kind of take inventory of our areas of communication, technology, transportation. It may look like and show up as having some transportation delays, having some technology issues, some issues with communication if you are not mindful. Okay. So Mercury in retrograde just kind of challenges us to be a bit more careful. Okay, be more careful in those areas. I'm going to advise y'all, and this is kind of easing us in our into our what to do area, right? I'm going to advise that y'all take the time to update your phones, update your technology. I was talking about this in the consultation yesterday as well. Update your phones, update your technology. Make sure that you have things in order. Give yourself, as the Christians say, some traveling mercies. Give yourself some traveling mercy, some traveling grace, a little extra time, some extra times with meetings. Be mindful with your communication. That's how you can handle Mercury retrograde at this time. And also be mindful of those people in your life who may try to spin the block. The spin the blockers. Okay? Be mindful of the spin the blockers. The people who will try to come around who ain't been around. Y'all know 2023 is closing out. People are reflecting and regretting, and they're coming back for reparation. Okay? Be mindful of the spin the blockers. Okay? From me to you. Don't entertain that energy. Okay? That was the first thing to do. That was the first thing to do. The second thing to do, set intentions to elevate your discipline in a specific area and elevate and expedite your manifestation by expanding your vision, which we kind of touched on that already. Okay. So again, that Mars conjunction with this new moon in Sagittarius is going to be a great time to truly take action, right? And taking action by expanding your discipline in certain areas. That will be a beautiful challenge for all of us, right? And in the wellness community, we've been talking about that a lot lately. We've been talking about discipline, right? I had my sister Queen, shout out to Empress. I had my sister Queen come on and talk about with her mom, Queen Mother. We love you, Queen Mother. Okay. I had them come on and talk about her experience growing up in the 5% nation, right? And a large part of that was talking about, the 85, 10, and the 5, and the essentially the acknowledgement and the value of self-discipline, right? Having a lot of discipline. And I think it's important that we explore our discipline, our mental discipline, our spiritual discipline, our physical discipline, our emotional discipline. And when we say discipline, it's not about being strict or harsh on yourself. It's about bringing awareness and intention. Discipline for me, that's what it's about. It's about being aware of certain areas and being intentional about wellness in those areas. And what do those practices look like? Okay. So just be mindful of that. Just be mindful of that. Okay. So expanding your discipline. How can you increase your discipline in your life? How can you elevate your discipline in your life? What actions can you take to bring awareness to certain areas of your life and to implement wellness practices intentionally for that area of your life? And how will that help you be able to manifest and expand your vision? Okay, so ask yourself some of those questions. Okay, we didn't even get into journal prompts, but it's kind of all coming together and working together. Okay, the third thing to do, explore your ability to trust yourself and others and identify what area of your life you need to heal those trust issues. And we kind of touched on that already as well. The fourth thing to do, focus on quality rest by using sleep herbs like lavender, valerian, passion flower, as well as chamomile. This is not the time, I'll be honest with y'all. I wouldn't heavily advise using dream herbs. I wouldn't heavily advise the blue lotus right now, the mugwort right now. I wouldn't necessarily advise those, okay? Let's focus on getting a calm, peaceful night's rest with like lavender, the passion flower, valerian root, chamomile, things like that. Very gentle sleep herbs. So I wouldn't focus heavily on the dream herbs, more or less the sleep herbs, because that square of Neptune may bring some challenge in the area of getting a full night's peaceful rest without the tossing and turning. So to kind of help ease that, focus on the sleep herbs, okay? And the fifth thing to do, try something new that pushes you outside of your comfort zone in any area of your life. This will help you feel renewed and optimistic about your growth. And that's that pushing those boundaries and really like trying something new to kind of help you elevate your boundaries and expand your boundaries, right? And that's that square of Saturn as well. Okay. Now, I already told y'all to update y'all tech and stuff. That was the first thing to do. Check your placements. 3 places to check. Check your Sagittarius placements. We have our new moon in Sagittarius. And the Sagittarius placements, you want to check those for healing and expansion and elevation. Okay. Healing, expansion, and elevation. So check those Sagittarius placements. Your Aries placements as well on areas to heal. Okay. And your Pisces placements to know what areas of your life may you want to try something new in order to challenge your boundaries. Okay. So just be mindful of that. Sagittarius, Aries, and Pisces placements. Journal prompts. Journal prompts. What are you feeling pessimistic about in life? What would you need to happen to help you feel hopeful? First journal prompt. What are you feeling pessimistic about in life? And what would you need to happen to help you feel hopeful? Okay. Second journal prompt. What actions could I take to enhance my discipline in a specific area of my life? What actions can I take to enhance my discipline in a specific area of my life? Hmm? Third journal prompt. How much do I trust myself to make wellness centered decisions? And these next two journal prompts are all centered in trust. And these is if y'all don't answer none of the other journal prompts, get into this. Get into this one. How much do I trust myself to make wellness centered decisions? How much do I trust myself to choose wellness centered people in my life? How much do I trust myself to make healthy financial decisions? What triggers any mistrust in any of these areas? That's all one journal prompt. Okay, it's a cluster. And the intention of this journal prompt is to explore our own internal trust. Before we look outside, let's look inside. Our own internal trust. I'm going to go through the cluster again. How much do I trust myself to make wellness centered decisions? How much do I trust myself to choose wellness centered people in my life? How much do I trust myself to make healthy financial decisions? What triggers any mistrust in any of these areas? Okay. The fourth journal prompt. How much do I trust my family? How much do I trust my friends? How much do I trust my colleagues? How much do I trust strangers that randomly interact with me? How much do I trust the energy of love? What triggers any mistrust in these areas? That's the fourth journal prompt, a cluster. The fifth journal prompt. What are some amazing things that have happened to you in 2023? List your 2023 to 2023. 2023. I'm Jamaican now. Your 2023. Okay. What are some good things that have happened to you in 2023? Hmm? Okay. What are some amazing things that happened to you in 2023? List your 2023 gratitude highlights and make a gratitude board, scrapbook, or short highlight reel about your highlights. Okay, about your gratitude highlights. So essentially, again, this is a new moon in Sagittarius. It's all about optimism. Let's really get into gratitude, right? For me, I'm gonna tell y'all in December, I'm not big on like forcing myself to um start visioning for the next year, right? For me, with December, the whole month of December, we're closing out 2023 according to the Gregorian calendar. What I'm very big on for me, I have to say that again, is I like to reflect and give thanks. I like to spend December, really majority of December, reflecting on my year, what has been beautiful. I like to go back through my pictures and stuff and like what was some highlights for every month and really give gratitude. I look at y'all know every year I do a theme of the year, right? Like I do like what was my theme for that year. And for 2023, my theme of the year was do it now. And I like to go back on the year and reflect and just ask, like, did I truly manifest my theme? Did I do it now? How many things did I do? Did I manifest? And did I how many actions did I take that really were aligned with me doing it now? No hesitation, no self-doubt, no questioning. I just did it. I manifested my desires. I did whatever I wanted to do. How many of those like things that I've been contemplating that I want to do, that I actually did? Like, did I align with my theme of the year? Did I complete the goal? Did I complete the mission? I really just like to reflect and give gratitude for all of those things, right? And all of those opportunities that I showed up. As my full authentic self and aligned in my theme, aligned in my vision. So for me, 2023, December of 2023 is all about reflection, right? I like to reflect on the year and just give gratitude and give thanks. And I feel like oftentimes we talk about, vision boarding, right? Like have a vision board, do a vision board. And that's great. A vision board is great. But I also, before we do the vision board for 2024, I like to give thanks and give gratitude for 2023. So do a gratitude board. Find a way to like collect your gratitude. If you had a gratitude jar, start going through your gratitude jar for 2023. If you had a gratitude journal, look at your gratitude journal and find a way to like collect all the things for that year that you are grateful for into like a scrapbook or even like a reel, a video or something like that, where you can see every beautiful highlight of your life from this year. And you can just like really just have the opportunity to sit in the gratitude for all of it, right? Because I like to do this because when you are in the ebbs and flows. You may be in one of the lows for 2024. It gives you the opportunity to say, you know what, right now, this is not a high moment, but let me go back and look. Let me go back and reflect so I can see what I'm capable of. When you may be feeling pessimistic about anything, you can go back to your 2023 highlights. You can go back to that 2023 gratitude board and remember that you too have the possibility to be up, to be high, to be elevated, to be everything you desire to be and some. You did it before and you will do it again and even better than when you did it before. So I like to keep things of gratitude all around me, right? So I'm just advising that A gratitude board is a good thing to do. Vision boards are great. Gratitude boards are great as well. Again, it could be a highlight reel, could be whatever makes you feel comfortable, but just really take some time to just give gratitude for all that 2023 has been for you. And then for the last full moon of the year, we'll do a release, right? To release any emotional blockages, any physical blockages, anything that will block us from being able to manifest fully in 2024, right? So for this new moon, gratitude, give thanks, full moon, release, and then 2024, we showing up in 2024 fully well, centered in gratitude and free from any blockages and bondages and anything that's holding us back, right? So let's go into the next year with a lot of optimism and freedom and just gratitude and all that good stuff, okay? So those are your 5 journal prompts, all right? Crystals and herbs, crystals and herbs. The first crystal, as usual, I'm gonna tell y'all the crystal and what it's good for, the herb and what it's good for. For the crystals, y'all know, you hold them, you can meditate with them, you can put them in a mojo bag along with some of these herbs and anything else that you desire, any other tools. You can do some with. Y'all know the new moon is all about setting intentions. So you could do some candle work and set your intentions. And if y'all do choose, before I get to the crystals, let me say this. If y'all do choose to do any candle work right now in order to set your intentions, I advise that your intentions are aligned with expansion, right? Expansion, like expanding your vision. Write down your new expanded vision. So you may want to do these journal prompts before you do any type of candle work or anything like that to set your intentions, right? So again, expansion, expanding your vision, going outside of your box, enhancing your discipline. Your intentions could be set in anything like that. Okay, that would be aligned with this new moon. Okay, what areas do you want to be more optimistic about? That's aligned with this new moon. So setting your intentions during this time, doing your candle work could be anything like that. And that looks like, you can write it on a piece of paper. You can write your intention on a piece of paper. You can write it on some money. You can write it on anything that you desire. You put it under a candle. Around that candle, you can put any of the herbs that I'm about to list. Some of them are going to be for like abundance, intuition. You can put those around the candle. And you could put a crystal, you can put coins, you could put whatever you desire, right? And essentially we call that feeding the candle, right? Elevating the energy of the candle. And then you light the candle. For the crystals that you can put around the candle or hold while you're meditating, or sleep with under your pillow, put in your purse, your card, carry with you during this time. Blue topaz. Blue topaz is all about wisdom and peace. Blue topaz, and that's very good for Sagittarius energy. Lapis lazuli is all about intuition and communication. Lapis lazuli, intuition and communication. Amethyst for peace and calm energy, especially while you're sleeping. I definitely advise that y'all keep an amethyst by the bed while you're sleeping. Like I said, one of the challenges may be restlessness during this time because of that square of Neptune. So keep that keep that amethyst close to you by the bed. Blue agate eases communication. We have Mercury in retrograde, so blue agate would be good for that. And malachite keep in the car or in your suitcases if you're traveling. That's good for safe travels during this time, that Mercury retrograde. Okay, and Mercury will be in retrograde until January 1st, y'all. So it goes from the 13th to the 1st. So right now it's a peak travel season. Malachite is good for y'all. So if you are creating a mojo bag for traveling, I would definitely advise that you have a malachite crystal in there. Okay, so those are your 5 crystals. And your herbs. And again, these are herbs that you can put around the counter. You can smudge with these herbs. I advise that these herbs are, for the most part, all used for smudging. And then I'll tell you which ones to use for a spiritual bath. Cinnamon for abundance. Cinnamon is good. I love burning cinnamon. I love burning cinnamon sticks. You can also put that around the candle as well. Y'all know, first of the month, you blow your cinnamon in your door, all that stuff. Cinnamon is good for abundance. I really love that. Drinking cinnamon. Y'all, cinnamon is a good herb. When you put it in a tea, it kind of cuts the flavor of stronger herbs. So if y'all are going to have like your valerian root and your passion flower is not too much of a strong taste, but that valerian root could be strong. Having cinnamon in there is good. Okay. So cinnamon, sassafras. Sassafras is also good for abundance, health, and joy. Okay, sassafras for abundance, health, and joy. Elevates the energy, picks up the energy. That's good for that new moon and Sagittarius energy. Clove. Clove is going to be good for protection, boundaries, and stopping gossip. Okay, protection, boundaries, and stopping gossip. Now, if I were you, and something I would do for myself as well, if I was you and if I was me too, this is what I would do. Okay. I would do a smoke bowl. And in the smoke bowl, I would have the clove, the sassafras, and the cinnamon. I would do the clove with the intention of protecting my boundaries from anything that is not of my wellness as I expand my boundaries. As I do the work to challenge my own boundaries and expand my own boundaries and try things and meet new people, I would pray for protection as I do that. I would pray for spirit to align me with people and things that are for my wellness as I expand my boundaries, right? And then I would add the cinnamon and the sassafras for abundance and good health as I do so. So as I expand, protect me. That would be the energy of my smoke bowl. Okay. Dragon's blood. Dragon's blood is one of my favorite resins. I would also add that to the smoke bowl. That would be for love, prosperity, and protection. I love dragon's blood. That's y'all know when I did a smoke bowl tutorial, I had dragon's blood in the smoke bowl. I love dragon's blood, one of my faves. And then the last one is black walnut. Black walnut is good for spiritual cleansing, mental clarity, and protection. And I really just wanted to add the black walnut in there just in case, there was anybody who felt like they were struggling during this time. I know the holiday season can be tough for a lot of people who may not necessarily have family that they are close to, anybody that's dealing with like relationship issues or anything like that. A black walnut bath is really, really, really good. Okay. Black walnut bath is really good. So a spiritual bath, if you wanted to, you could take a spiritual bath, put the black walnut, put the clove, put the sassafras. I see somebody ask for a replacement of sassafras. Instead of sassafras, if you don't have that, you could use allspice. So black walnut, the clove, the sassafras, or allspice, and cinnamon. Okay, I would add those. I wouldn't put the dragon's blood. I wouldn't put the resin in my spiritual bath. You could get powdered dragon's blood, but for me, dragon's blood is I take a bath in very hot water, and when you have a resin, it can stain the tub really bad. Okay, and it's kind of difficult to clean. So I wouldn't put the dragon's blood in the bath water, but I would burn the dragon's blood as I take the spiritual bath, the black walnut bath. So black walnut, clove, sassafras, cinnamon. Okay. And that would be really good for a spiritual bath during this time. Okay. Now, just be mindful that you do have to, when you have an abundance of spices, like if you're putting cinnamon, if you're putting allspice, the clove and things like that, you don't want to put too much because it can cause some skin reactions. So if you have sensitive skin, you may only want to just use a pinch of each. That's really all you need. And then you can balance that out with honey. So a lot of people don't know that honey is a good pH balancer for some of our more harsher herbs. It's also a good pH balancer for the pum pum. Okay. So, if you are a pum pum carrier, okay, having a little bit of honey in your spiritual bath is always good because it helps restore that pH. Okay. So nothing is too harsh, but just for anybody, especially if you have skin issues, add some honey to that bath water. And then the spiritual purpose of honey, of course, is for love and for abundance as well. Also calming and peace energy. All right. So add that honey. That honey is all you can't ever go wrong with a little bit of honey in the bath. Okay. And if you don't have honey, you can add coconut. Now, coconut doesn't do as well with balancing the pH of the water or the pum pum, but it helps as well. The coconut is a good cleanser. Okay. So just be mindful of that. So those are your herbs, family, real quick again: cinnamon, sassafras, clove, dragon's blood, and black walnut. Okay. I'm pretty sure I touched on all the planetary placements our new moon for setting intentions. Our Sagittarius, which is our mutable fire energy, ruled by Jupiter. Our Mars conjunction in Sagittarius, our Neptune and Saturn square in Pisces, our Chiron trine in Aries, as well as our Mercury retrograde in Capricorn. I touched on all the planetary alignments that I feel are important and that may impact our energy at this time. Our new moon peaks on the 12th. The shadow period starts today and lasts until the 15th, family. That Mercury retrograde starts the 13th and lasts until January 1st. So we'll finish out the year in Mercury retrograde, okay? All of this energy, in my opinion, is for our wellness. Are there a few areas that we need to be mindful of, like our sleep, like the very interesting dreams? Absolutely. But overall, it's all for our wellness, okay? I love y'all, family. I value y'all dearly. Y'all see, I almost slipped out. Y'all see Salaam trying to be all in the video. You see him trying to be all in the video, as usual. Okay. I love y'all. I value y'all dearly. Happy new moon in Sagittarius, family, wellness community. I will see y'all tonight at 7 o'clock. And look here, boom. I just posted the notes in the Patreon. I'll see y'all tonight at 7 o'clock for our book club listening party. Okay, family? Much peace, y'all. I'll see y'all. Peace. Much love, y'all.